My name's Jasper Tygner. We're at the ICA. This is my headline London show on this tour, the Blue album tour. The album kind of came around when I was like chatting to Duskus and this producer called Ollie Baston, and we were just chatting about like how we make music, like inspiration for it. And we were talking about like a bus ride and like looking out and like talking about textures and colours and like this story of being on a bus looking out. It's like 4 a.m, you're coming back from somewhere, but we don't really know where, like we're not specifying that. And you're looking out and it's like blue, hazy window. The street lamps are going by, and like all these little passenger stories, and then you kind of step off the bus into those first rays of sunshine like really early in the morning. And we were like, that's such a sick like premise to base a track around, like those textures and colours and like little stories. And I was like, what if we can expand that to like think about what all these different people's like affiliation to Blue Hour is going to be? And that's like where the formation of like the album came from, I guess. Ooh, sparkly. Right, so this is a setup. So all the MIDI comes from here. So this is like my little Ableton rig. We push like audio and all the MIDI to all the instruments out from here. And then this little bit is like, I've got a section of the show where I do some like live drumming, like live looping bit on some breaks. So I'll be like playing on these, no sound yet. So I'll be playing on these for a little bit. And then these two things, so this is an Akai like MPD, and these two are like, they're identical, but they have all the vocal samples that I use on all the tracks with like delays, reverbs, and then this like beat repeat thing that you'll hear in the show that like beat repeats to the drums so they can get all like gnarly and breaky. I do all like the transitions and stuff with all the delays and the reverbs in between tracks. And then this is my Prophet Rev 2, which I love. Shout out Sequential. Can you send me the Prophet 6, please? But this does like a lot of the chords, so I'll be playing all the chords on here pretty much. This is kind of like where I am for like a lot of the show. And if you can see, I've got all the tracks, because I always forget the first chord of all the tracks, so they're all here if I have like a brain fart and I can't remember it. But I'll just be like playing with a cutoff, doing some kind of blending stuff with this, but it's a lot of chord stuff. And then this is like the main synth rack. Again, it's like the MPD on the other side, but I can't, we like expanded the show so it's like a little bit longer, and I could, like with the first show, I could be here and using this, but we were like, okay, we need to get one specifically for here, because there's a lot of like, on one song specifically, a lot of quite fast, broken, choppy vocals on here, and I need to be playing this synth at the same time. But this is my grandmother, which is like, again, one of the, I think it was the second synth I ever bought, this one. I love it. It does like a lot of my melodies and stuff in my songs. And then it does basically just melodies in this. So we pipe a lot of MIDI to it, so I don't play it that much, but I'll just be kind of messing around with the sound and like honing it into each track. And because you can't save any of the patches, I have to create each sound every single time. So it's a lot of like a little bit of stress before a song comes on, because I'll be switching knobs and like changing it. And then this, which we bought specifically for the live show, where we can save patches in it. So this does a lot of my like bass sounds. This is the Moog Sub 25. So it does a lot of like my bass sounds, some subs, and then a few melodic parts in some bits of the show. And then that's my start stop. But that's kind of it. It's like small, sweet. I know how to use everything, and and this is my favorite bit about it, the Moog. Yeah, we're here, ICA. Let's go.
What was it? Oh, the Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day. So this is actually a beautiful song.
So you were how old when this came out?
6.
Oh, so how did you how did you discover this?
You know those random things where like your parents just go to shop and buy you a CD.
They bought you this?
And they bought my mate this. That his mum, they didn't know anything about music. They just went and bought.
What, around the time you came out when you were
Yeah,
like
yeah,
6 or
it was
7?
So you were actually listening to this at 6 or 7?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was 18. Yeah, this was.
Oh yeah, we were playing along to it in his bedroom when he got his first, like, you know those play drum kits. We got that, and then we were just playing along to like all these songs. And then I bought a CD when I was like 7 because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Like this show specifically, I kind of just want to like bring people into like the blue atmosphere and like create this like dome of blue, I guess. And it's quite like at the start, it's quite a peaceful, like electronic start, I guess. And it kind of just ramps up, and it's like the whole emotion of the set is to kind of go from that like darkness into blue hour, and then into like into those first rays of sunshine, and like detailing different journeys. And I quite like the mellowness of like the start, or it's starting. Quite like the mellowness of like the first few tracks, and like just bringing people, and it's like I want it to be quite insular and quite like compact at the start, and then at the end it's like you can kind of let your hair down a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I think the biggest challenge was like the start of the album was the hardest bit, was like trying to find the textures and the colours of like what the end product would be. But like I felt like I just had to like make a load of random things at the start and then see where inspiration would draw me. And then like the very end, Sim's coming up the stairs. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, you were in the middle of...
Yeah, you're fine.
Jumping up the stairs.
It's okay, thanks for my bag. And I think like towards the end of it, that was a real tricky thing of like trying to know what else the album needed. So like we had like a couple of dancey ones, some more introspective ones, and then like that finishing couple of tracks was like the hardest bit. And that was the time when I made the most music actually. It was right at the end because I needed to find something to kind of bridge that gap that we had in the album. I think like 25 didn't make the cut. Yeah, I think you have to make like 3 times the amount of music that you think to actually to be able to narrow it down. The narrowing down process is easy. It's just like by the end you're like, you need to fill like a couple of little gaps within it. And yeah, that was really tricky. Of course, I didn't watch. We were going to come out, and then I came out and there was like people I was like, oh, it's going to be weird. I didn't really want to like be down the side next to you. Felt a bit like stepping on your toes. Yeah, no, but I would come to watch because I remember seeing you live and I was like, oh. But I just don't like it when the audience can see like what's going on. Do you know what I mean? If there's people going in and out on the side, I feel like it's kind of shit. How was it though? Yeah? Good crowd then? Okay.
Lovely crowd.
I'm nervous now. Yes, London, how the fuck are we tonight? Dan, thank you so much for coming out, supporting me, and just being a part of Blue. It means a lot. See you later.
You've been an absolute dream. My name's Jasper Tygner. Thank you so much for all the support for all these years, and just like coming down, it means so much. Hey, you're vinyl! Yay! Sick. Also, big ups to my mum and dad there, somewhere in the audience. Hey there, hey, give it a shout! Big ups. I'll be back, but thank you so much. Peace.
Very. They were loving it. I think that was a really good audience, like really good crowd.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, that was great.
That shit, there was one of yours that was like really breaky. It was kind of not a million miles before ours, and it was so good.
Oh, yeah, that's called Modern Euphonium, because it's not got a name, and I just like...
Is it out?
No.
The make-believe one.
No, I like to do this.
Whoa!
Rock and roll.
It's weird coming on stage of like, there's a big adrenaline rush, and then there's like a little crash. But I feel content, really nice, the crowd were amazing. And yeah, it's just, I don't have loads of emotions, of just like slight joy, and like, I'm just glad that like it went smoothly, bit of relief, and I'm just glad everyone had a good time. Yeah, it was sick.